Are you ready? Culture Core, where every accent belongs. Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Culture Core, where every accent belongs. My name is Letty and I'm your host, and this is already episode 4. Oh my god, a whole month of Culture Core. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you guys, to this community. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Culture Core. This is amazing. Yeah. So today I want to start this episode with a question to you. So listen and tell me in the comments. Answer me in the comments. What is the first thing that you do after work or after you finish your obligations? Yeah. What is the first thing that you do? And the second question is, do you do something for fun after work on a weekday? Yeah. Even if you have to work the next day. Do you go out? Would you go out? Less sleep at work? Would you do it? Yeah. These are my questions. Tell me in the comments. And the topic of today I want to talk with you guys about after work culture and how different after work cultures are in different cultures, different countries. I experience a lot of different after work styles in my life, and what I can say for now definitely is that in Germany, after work culture is very different. Yeah, it's very different compared to other countries, as always, kind of. Yeah, in Germany everything is different. Like German people act differently all the time. Like I don't know. I mean, I have to say that in my comments, you guys tell me all the time that apparently people from Sweden or the Netherlands are quite similar to Germans, but somehow, yeah, Germans represent these kind of character traits. So tell me in the comments. And I have to say that every after work style in different cultures has his advantages and disadvantages. Yeah. And I like both sides or many different styles. And yeah, it's like a hate-love towards every after work style. But as I said, in Germany, very different. But this today, first, as always, I want to thank you so much for being here again, or for the first time. Then welcome, of course, to Culture Core, to this community. I have so much fun doing this every week. It's like so much happening in the comments, especially on Instagram, under all my videos, like the podcast clips. So many discussions, like I can't even, I'm not on track. Yeah, every day I'm like, oh my God, how can I stay on track? Because there are so many comments. I read every single comment and it's so entertaining in general. So keep doing it. I will read every single one. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit time to answer, but I will answer. And I love it. I love it. So keep following on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Here, of course, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere where you can find podcasts, commenting, of course, and recommending and putting on notifications so you won't miss any further episode. So let's get right into it. One thing that I have to say, yeah, is that I'm always quite bored. Like my life is, yeah, people think my life is so exciting, yeah. It's boring. I'm so bored most of the time. And you know why? Because after work, nothing happens here in Germany. And the thing is, I'm self-employed. So normally you would think, okay, when you're self-employed, you can decide when to go to the gym, right? You can decide when to work. So you can, stay late up night, stay late, you know what I mean? And then just sleep in the next day, yeah? Nee, it's not like that. Not at all. It doesn't matter, because in Germany, people don't do any shit. They don't do shit after work. And the thing is, most of my friends have a 9-to-5 job, and nothing wrong with that now. But yeah, I'm just sitting here all week waiting for the weekend. Yeah, that's the thing. And the second thing is, like, work ethics in Germany are like, I would describe Germans as SpongeBob, because SpongeBob is like, he's prepared for work. He's like, I have to go to work tomorrow, yeah? It's like he takes work seriously. No one here is like Thaddeus. They're like, oh, I have to work, and oh my God, I have to go to work, oh my God. So, I don't want to go, but I will go. Like Germans are, I have to go to work, but I won't just go there. I will be there full of energy. like enough sleep, prepared, mentally prepared. And this is the thing, yeah? They take work very seriously and never sick. They would never call in sick. Never. Because work is number one priority, I would say. Somehow it is like that. So I'm going to tell you a little story, an example, yeah, for after work culture in Germany. Like I had a job a few years ago, and it wasn't a permanent job. It was just like for a few months. So I was like driving there every day, 2 hours. It was 2 hours away from my hometown. And one day, our boss offered us to go to the movies after work because he had a special client and a special offer to go there. A lot of people, VIP kind of, with a lot of food and stuff, and to watch Iron Man. So very nice. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. At this time, we were a lot of young people at this working place. And I was kind of already always quite sad that we had to work the whole day till 8 p.m. sometimes, and then that's the end of the day. Nah. Sometimes like I want to end this day differently. So I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And I didn't know everyone like that. I was the new one, and I was like, okay, this is the chance to get to know everyone. Yeah, nice, let's do it. So at this specific day, we all worked, yeah. And I was already like, oh my God, this is going to be a long day because, 2 hours away. The movie started at, I don't know, 8? Yeah, I think 8 p.m. And then 2 hours, around 2 hours, and I have to drive home 2 hours. Then I'm at home at midnight. And then the thing was, the next day I had an early shift. So I had to be at work at 6 a.m. So I had to leave the house at 4 a.m. So I was like, okay, after the movie, driving home and then sleeping like only 4 hours. Less sleep, but whatever. It wasn't a problem. I was like, long day, less sleep, but fun night. Yeah, this was my thoughts. And yeah, so we had to work the whole day. And then I was going to the toilet, freshing up, getting ready a little bit. And I was like, okay, ready. Let's go to the movies. And when I went outside, I thought like everyone was waiting there. My co-workers. And then only one was standing there. And I was like, where is everybody? And she was like, what do you mean? I'm the only one. I was like, I thought we were like 10 people going there. Where is everybody? And she was like, they didn't want to go because, it's a weekday and they all have to work tomorrow. And yeah, they want to prepare for work tomorrow. And I was like, no shit. I know they have to work tomorrow because we are co-workers. We all have to work tomorrow, except me. I'm the only one who has to work at 6 a.m. I'm the only one who's the early shift, and you are all not coming because of work tomorrow? Are you fucking kidding me? They didn't come. It was too stressful for them. And now remember, I was the only one not living in the area. I had to drive 2 hours home and had the early shift. They all lived around nearby and they didn't want to come because of, it's a weekday and we have to work tomorrow. I was so mad. Like, no joke, I was really mad. I was like, I was really looking forward to this, yeah? Something nice. We don't have to pay for anything. We can eat whatever we want. A nice offer from our boss. And now we are two people? Where is everybody? And I have to say that this is typical German. Fun, socializing on a weekday. Nah. What do you mean? I have to sleep. I have to be fit. I have to be full of energy like SpongeBob for the next workday. And I'm like, you guys are all acting like this is your company. I don't get it. How can you be like this committed if you don't even... So what then? You a little bit tired the next day. Whatever, you can still do your work. Why do you have to be this... But this is typical Germany. Work first, fun afterwards, yeah? And don't argue with me, because I already know that in the comments people will say, oh, you're only saying bad things about Germany. By the way, if you watch my whole episodes, and because on social media it's only snippets, yeah, tell me in the comments. But if you watch my whole episodes, I always talk about the good and bad things. And even when I talk about Germany, it's like more, it's not negative all the time. It's like, it's facts. And most of the people agree with me, but there are always people arguing. Like, this is actually quite funny, like discussing for days with other people. Like, you're always offending me, yeah? That's so cool. Always arguing like, this is not true. And then talking about exceptions. And I'm like, bro, the exception proves the rule. What are you talking about? I'm always telling you facts. And this is typical German. Yeah, this is typical German. And yeah, keep telling me, yeah, oh, in Berlin it's like that. Of course, there are exceptions, but not like that. In Germany, after work culture, like on a weekday, nothing is happening, and you can always talk about the exception. For example, like always in Berlin there are raves on a Monday at 11 a.m. Yeah, nice. In Berlin, what is with the whole, this is not German. Berlin is not German culture. Berlin is the exception. Yeah, so stop talking about Berlin like to prove anything. Yeah, come on. But yeah, so be careful. You have to be careful. If you live in Germany, if you grew up in Germany, be careful, because I catch myself sometimes saying things like, what do you mean you want to do something after work? Tomorrow is work again. Like, it's a Tuesday and you want to go out? Nee. Yeah. Or I catch myself saying like, who's ringing my doorbell at this time? And it's like 2 p.m. Like, why not? You know what I mean? It's like, and then I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so German. I'm German. Relax. This is typical German. So you have to be careful to not become like that, like extremely, or to stay like that, because, bro, life is short and you have to socialize. And this is what I notice about me. Like, too German, yeah? Too German, yeah. So when I got older, I just realized, or had this realization of, sometimes I act like I don't want to socialize and I love staying at home. Like, do you know this feeling? I had a period of time where I was like, oh my God, it's so nice staying at home and not having the urge. Like, I don't have FOMO. You know what I mean? I don't have FOMO. And just staying at home in my bed, watching Netflix, or doing like quiet things, like granny things. And I somehow I romanticized it, you know what I mean? And but then when I grew older, I was like, am I really like that, like antisocial, or am I just German? Do I really enjoy always staying at home and like not doing anything on a weekday, only on weekends sometimes? Do I really enjoy it, or am I just German? Yeah. Do I really like to stay at home, never open my door because it's too late, be quiet? Or am I just German? Are all these boundaries in Germany valid and good? Or is it too much? That's what I was asking myself, you know? So now I want to compare different after-work styles, and I want to start with Spain, because I had personal experience with Spain. And we had a school exchange with Spain, which was so cool. I was like, I always wanted to do a school exchange. I didn't speak Spanish because I didn't even have Spanish as a subject at school, but we went there because we weren't enough French speaking students to go to France. Yeah, whatever. So we went there and it was so nice. I always wanted to do it, and my exchange family was very cool, so heartwarming, charming, nice, funny. It was just perfect. Yeah, even though I didn't speak Spanish, it was very, very cool. And when we arrived there after a long day of traveling, to my surprise, my exchange partner, he suggested to go out. on a Monday. And we had to go to school the next day. And I was like, on a weekday. Yeah, as a German person, I was like 17 years old, like a teenager, or 16 years old. I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, why not? I'm like, okay. I was very confused, and I'm like, bro, what would we even do there? Because it was a small town. So I was like, I don't want to be rude or disrespectful. Okay, let's just go there. But in my head, I was like, this makes no sense at all, yeah? It's Monday. It's already late. We have to go to school tomorrow, and now you want to party or something or just go outside. Makes no sense at all to me, yeah? But I was like, okay, I'm the guest, yeah, I'm the visitor, let's do it. And the next thing in my head was like, it's a Monday and we are in a small town, yeah? So I was like, why even go there? I'm quite sure nobody's gonna be there on a Monday in a small town late at night. But whatever, let's go there. I was so wrong. We went there and everyone was there. Like, we walked on this kind of piazza and in the center of the city, small city, and everyone was there. The students, also their parents, some of them, and some teachers. And everyone was having fun and talking, having some drinks. Nothing special, not even something special, but it was quite busy and crowded and cool. It was really cool. I had a really good time. And I was very surprised. I was like, oh my God, it's alive? Like, this is something that exists on a Monday? A city, a small town being alive? Okay, new to me. Very new to me. And yeah, I was still confused and having fun, of course, but I talked to my exchange partner and I was like, okay, this is all fun and stuff, yeah, but it's getting late, yeah. We will be quite tired tomorrow, nah? And then he was like, bro, whatever. Why do you care about tomorrow? Just live your life. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Yeah, okay, let's go. Yeah. So he didn't care. Nobody cared. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I like this lifestyle. And I was very impressed, I have to say, because I was like, well, if this is your lifestyle, yeah, I don't know how often you do this, yeah, but it seems like you do this all the time. That's what they actually said. They were like, we all do this all the time, every week, a few times a week. I was impressed. I was like, if you do this like many times a week and still are on business, going to work, to school, yeah, not bad, no? Not schlecht, not bad. But of course, there always has to be a catch, yeah? There always has to be a catch. And there was, guys. So it was a great time, great night. And the next day, I wasn't even that tired. A little bit, yeah. But everyone else was tired. The family, the other students. So we went to school. We were really late, yeah, I would say, like, I don't know, but very late. But nobody cared. Nobody cared. Everyone was late. They were like, good morning, as nothing happened. Like in Germany, I don't know, you can't just walk in there like 30 minutes, 40 minutes late and be like, good morning. But the lesson didn't even started yet. So everyone was tired but chill. And after school, after a long day of school, I was like, still impressive, yeah, partying, nah, but next day back on business. Not bad, impressive. So we walked home and I noticed that my exchange partner didn't talk anymore. He didn't speak anymore. Quiet. And I was like, okay, he's tired. Yeah, he's very tired. No talking at all. Yeah, no problem, of course. But yeah, when we arrived at home, the whole family was like, hi, yeah, how was your day? Nice, hi, okay, good night. Lights out. Why am I standing in the dark? And then I was standing in my room, very confused, because everyone said in the middle of the day, hi, good night, and turned off the lights, yeah, turned off the lights. I was just like, what is this for a movie right now, nah? my exchange partner came into my room. He was like, okay. He was a very chill guy. He was like, okay, so we're gonna do a siesta now, okay? Sleep, relax, see you later. Bye. And I was like, was geht jetzt ab? This is really a thing with the siesta or what? I was just like, I heard of it before, but I didn't know like this is like a serious thing. Like the whole house was dark and now it's quiet, and the parents, himself, his brother, like is sleeping. Everyone is sleeping right now, but but this is great. I was like, oh my God, I love this. I mean, this is the catch, because this makes sense. Last night, partying and stuff, being up. How do you say that, bro? Why do I have like difficulty saying this? Up late, staying up late at night. Oh, bro, tell me in the comments. Of course you're gonna be tired the next day, you know? Of course, it makes sense. You didn't talk to me anymore, and now you all sleep like babies or what? I love that. I was like, this is my dream come true. Because what do you mean in the middle of the day, like just take a break of life and sleep and reset and gain new energy? That's brilliant. That's brilliant. In Germany though, ne? Never. Was? Relaxing in the middle of the day, not being productive in the middle of the day. Never. They think you're crazy. Sleeping in the middle of the day, like more than a few minutes, more than 20 minutes. Every day. This wasn't like an exception. Every day. And I loved it. So every day siesta, and to me it was a very good working system, yeah? Every day, everyone, nobody cared, nobody was judging, like no worries about tomorrow, doing activities after work. Perfect, nice. And this was really a beautiful time that I had here, because it was very different for me, yeah? As a teenager, like living this life, I was like, oh, life can be like that, like going to the beach after work, sleeping, siesta, and then eating something like very late, talking like for hours with the family, and then walking outside by the beach, just drinking something, always meeting people, always talking, always like socializing. I was like, okay, and nobody was like, ooh, work tomorrow, nobody, because this is a problem of tomorrow. And I really enjoyed it. And it's so different from Germany, because in Germany it's actually considered rude to call somebody or even knock at somebody's door after 5 p.m. It's considered rude. That people they're here like, why so late? Like, say crazy, this is so rude, unpolite. Like, this is disrespectful to some people here in Germany. No joke. But do you mean you knock at my door? It's this time of the day. Leave me alone, yeah? Leave me alone. This is no joke, guys. This is no joke. My father's door was always open. Like, no joke. He didn't lock his door. It was always open for somebody to visit. Like, 24/7, all day long. His door was open for people to just come by, say hi. They would just walk in. And he was just ready, like always prepared, or not even like he prepared for visitors. He was just like, yeah, come inside, yeah. Every day, people, all the time when I was with him, every day people just came in, and he was like, hi, yeah, ciao. And then they would sit and drink coffee, so espresso, and sometimes have dinner, talk with him, and then go away. Like every day, this was a normal thing. There was no need for preparation, or like this was just social life. He was just socializing every day. He was never alone. Like, this was just a normal thing to be with people at all time of the day. Like, it didn't matter, like, oh, it's getting late, yeah, we are in the middle of the conversation, and this conversation is good, and I like your espresso, give me another one, yeah. This was like a thing, and then you would just sit there and have a good time, and then work was just like a side thing. it was never a priority. In Germany, it seems like I really like talking to you, but it's like I have to prepare my working clothes for tomorrow and go to bed to be like full of energy for work. Oh my God. And you notice, I'm quite sure you notice that I'm quite emotional about this topic, because it's like frustrating because I'm a part of it and I act like that as well. And I'm like, do you know this, when you want to be that version that you're not, and you're not that version yet, and you think about it because you're like, I want to live life is short and I want to live life to the fullest, but still I'm like, I have these habits, you know what I mean? And this is why I'm so German, but the German work culture, work ethic is so shitty, sorry. And yeah, as I told you in the episode before, I was in London like 2 weeks ago from today now. And also it was very nice because there were a lot of celebrations every day, a lot of things that we did every day, a lot of activities with people that had to work, like every single one had to work the next day. But it wasn't like a topic at all or something that everyone mentioned, like as I'm used to here, I have to go to work tomorrow. Oh, it's getting late. Like nobody, they were like dancing, like having fun till the last minute of the day. Nobody cared about work tomorrow. Some were like, okay, now I really have to go now. But it was just not a topic because they were like, work is tomorrow, life is now. You know what I mean? And we saw like every day in the central London, men in their suits, like this typical after-work culture in UK, walking outside and going to pubs, drinking on a normal Thursday or Wednesday. Like this is really a thing, and this made me like realize again how nice after-work culture can be and how fun your life can be also on weekdays. This has really inspired me. And I also want to address again this thing about the exception. The exception proves the rule. Is that I know in the comments a lot of people will say like, you're always talking bad about Germany, and also this is not true. In Munich, I'm from there and I love it. And in Berlin, it's the same. As I said, it's an exception, but in general German culture, and a lot of people will agree, it's like that. After-work culture is lame, it's lame. And if you compare, and this proves it even more, I would say, simple comparison, simple example, if you compare a small town, a very small town, or even a village in Italy or Spain, if you compare a small town in Italy with a small town in Germany, same size, same time, in Italy, the small town would be crowded or busy. In Germany, it would be a ghost town. A ghost town. Sometimes I'm driving somewhere and I'm driving through a small town on a weekday, and it's dead empty. It's a ghost town. Nobody. No one. And in Italy, like the smallest street even, it's a street. It's just a street somewhere behind in a small town. You hear laughter and people talking. Old people, younger people. I see it from my family in Italy all the time. It doesn't matter how late it is. Like babies are still there outside, chilling their life with their parents and with the grandparents. And they're just outside. They're outside. They don't care about work, school, or any obligations the next day. They're outside. So don't come for me when I say that Germany after work culture is late and on weekdays nothing is happening. It's a truth, it's a fact. It's a fact. So work ethic in Germany, I want to describe it to you. It's like you work the whole week. Friday, after work, you relax. You have to relax and reset after this whole week of working, of course. You're just exhausted. Then Saturday, you do something for fun. Anything. Then on Sunday, you have to prepare for work for Monday. Like on Sunday, you already not down for fun because it's like, oh, Sunday, I have to reset and prepare myself mentally and physically for work. Tomorrow, Monday, for a whole another work week. This is work ethic in Germany. Weekdays, no fun. Yeah. And then still we have our Bundeskanzler, our German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, saying that Germans, that we are too lazy, we should work even more, like the people from Switzerland. Are you fucking for real? More? Germans like have the craziest work ethic already. Yeah, work. Like I have to prepare myself for work tomorrow, yeah? Never sick, no calling in sick, always there. And you say it's not enough, you should do it. Like there's Germans don't even have work life balance, kind of, yeah? Germans don't know how to do it. I don't want to say that they don't want it. Like I know a lot of Germans, like Germans are, especially right now, complaining about work-life balance. They're like, I want to have more fun and more free time. It's not like they don't want that free time and fun time. It's just like that in Germany, they taught you to have this work ethic. People don't know how to balance it and people don't know how to prioritize it. You know what I mean? And then on top, we have this Friedrich Merz, our chancellor, saying that we're lazy, we should work even more. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Now thank you. Perfekt. Ja. Danke vielmals. Danke vielmals, ja. Arbeite mal doch noch mehr, oder? Warum denn nicht? This is ridiculous. So all in all, I want to say the positive thing about German work ethic or after work culture is that Germans have boundaries. By the way, Germans having boundaries in many areas of life. That's a fact, that's a thing, and that's a good thing. I really have to say, because it's not always this pretending and doing things just because society taught us, yeah? So I have to say, that's what I like about the after-work culture. Like, I need my space, I need to relax, reset, and that nobody's like mad about it, yeah? If you tell someone here in Germany, like, oh, from Monday to Friday, I don't do anything after work, like going for a coffee, yeah, or going out, like, no way, like Friday, maybe, Saturday, better, Sunday, never. So when you say that to somebody, nobody's like, oh my God. They're like, yeah, I know, I get it, I'm used to it here in Germany. So this is actually what's quite good. But on the other hand, it's too much, in my opinion. And I decided for myself that I don't want to stay that way because life is, as I said, quite short. And now that I saw how different people do it or have a after-work culture in other countries, I got a taste of it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, life is too short anyways. And now you really have to make the most out of it. And if you really do it like in Germany and only have fun time on the weekends, there are not many weekends left in this life. You know what I mean? Because we have 5 weekdays and then, or 7, but you know what I mean, working days, and then only the weekends. This is not enough for this life. I'm in my mid-20s and I need to have more fun. And like, this has to be priority number 1 and then work. And this is what I actually wish for Germany in general, for many people here in Germany. I wish that we would all relax a little bit more and enjoy life more and not think too much about work. This makes us sick. We get sick from that. Yeah. We should not worry about calling in sick for work, but more about getting sick from work and then being old and not able to enjoy anything in life anymore because our body and our mental health is like dead. I don't want that. Tell you me in the comments. Tell you me. Today my English really sounds weird to myself as well. It's just sounds wrong. But whatever. Tell me in the comments, what do you think about this? Like, what kind of work ethic and after work culture do you have in your country, in your life, or within your family? Just what is your experience in life, and what kind of after work culture do you prefer? I want to know, can you relate with my thoughts on like living life through the fullest and not prioritizing work and stuff? Can you relate? Tell me in the comments, and be here next time, of course. Same time, same day, always Wednesday, 4 p.m. German time. But yeah, just remember, Wednesday I'll be there. Will you be there? I hope so. And please follow, of course, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Comment, recommend this to your friends, this podcast. And yeah, I can't wait to talk to you again. See you next time. Bye bye. Culture Core, where every accent belongs.